Great. Now we'll start working the hair piece here, okay? So for the hair piece, once again, you start with a magic ring. And you will work 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. So the beginning of this you already know. By now you've done so many magic rings. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull it tight. And now let's move on here for the second round. So for the second round we will work 6 increases, having a total of 12 stitches. So here you work 2 single crochet inside each stitch of the round. You already know how it's done here. So I will move fast forward for the third round and we will do a little bit different for the next round. Alright, now remember to double secure the beginning of your thread. I always stressed on this, so just your magic ring are completely closed and not loose, okay? It's very neat. All right. Let's move on for the round number 3. I will add here my stitch marker. And what's going to happen here for the third round is that you will work in the back loop of the stitches. And this is how we're going to work in this hair, okay? So for the third round, you work all the way with the back loop. You make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of the round. For the hair, this is what you're going to do. You will work 1 round on the back loop, one round grabbing the normal loop. So you can see here the remaining front loop outside of the hair. Okay, and now for the next round you work normally. 2 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times and you should have 24 stitches at the end of the round. Okay, so if this round you're working normally, round number 4, the round number 5 you will work on the back loop again. Okay, so here you have 1, 2 and the increase over here. Work all the way around and then we'll catch you up for round number 5. So for round number 5 you work 3 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times on the back loop of the stitch. Okay, so I will stress this one more time. You work normally 1 round and on the back loop on the next round. Work normally 1 round, back loop on next round. This is what we are searching for. Okay, so here we see 1, 2, 3 and increase, all in the back loop of the stitch with the front loop remaining outside. Work all the way around and here we arrive, you see, like this is the remaining front loop. Okay, now for round number 6 you work normally, grabbing both loops, 4 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times and you should have 36 stitches at the end of the round. So there is no secret here, okay? 1 round you work normally, next round you work with the back loop. 1 round normally, next round with the back loop. That's it. Okay, so here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and the increased over here. Repeat all the way around and I will catch you up for the next round. So for round number 7, you will work 5 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times on the back loop of the stitch. This is the last round with increases. Okay, we achieved the size that we want to adjust the hair on the Cupid's head. So we don't have more increases here. Okay, 5 and my increase over here. Super good. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And increase over here. Repeat all the way around and I'll catch you up on the next round. Okay, here once again, see the front loops. I want to show you that it's hanging outside. Every second round, we have a front loop here hanging outside. Now we'll work the length here of the hair, and you will continue working like this. One round, grabbing both loops. One round, grabbing the front loop. Okay? So we will work round 8 to 14, 42 single crochet. So round 8 we work here normally. Round 9, 42 back loop single crochet. Round 10 you work normally. Round 11, 42 back loop single crochet. Okay, and so on. You go like this until round number 14. All right. So just remember here, one round with the normal loop, one round with the back loop. Okay. I just want to show you here real quick. Normal round here with the back loop, and normal round here with both loops. Round here with the back loop, round here with both loops. Back loop. I'm gonna work both loops, and then we'll continue all the way until the end. Once you reach the end, you see this is how it should be looking like. All the rounds here, round 8 to 14, you have it here crocheted every second round with the back loop. Now we'll cut this yarn, leave a thread here for sewing later. You can leave a long thread because you'll sew it all the way around the head. I will just send this to the back, to the wrong side here of the hair. And now what we are going to do here is you will introduce again the yarn, the hair, that color hair that you're using. So just make a slip knot here. And let's tie this in the hair, okay? So this I want to show you how I will do. Because we will start working here the curls of this hair. So pull this, we will work in the remaining front loop that is standing outside. So there, here in the beginning, near the first front loop that is remaining outside, you will introduce your yarn. Okay, I will just give here a simple knot, just make sure that this is secured. And what you're gonna do here is you will chain 4. You will skip the first chain, and you will work 2 single crochet inside each chain. So you work 1 increase in each of the chains, okay? So this 1 increase, this is my second and third increase. So we have here the first curl. What you will do here now is to work 2 slip stitches. Okay, so you work 1 slip stitch here in the first remaining front loop. So we secure this curl, and you will work another slip stitch here on the second front loop. And repeat 4 chains. Skip the first one. Skip the first one. Make 1 increase in each chain. This is my first increase, second increase, and third increase. All right. And now again you make 2 slip stitches in the front loop that is outside of the hair. So we have here 1 front loop, and we secure here the curl, and 1 front loop on the next, 1 slip stitch on the next front loop. Okay, this is what you're going to do. It's fun actually. So you're going to keep repeating this all over again, all around here. And I want to show you the progress a little bit so you can see how it starts looking like. You see, this is when I finished the first round. I'm moving on from the next round with my slip stitch over here, the second slip stitch, and you start crocheting in the front loop remaining here outside. It's very nice and simple. You can see here once you have a couple of rounds done, you see now it's just remaining this 3 rounds here for me to work the curls. Once you finished, look at this. It's so nice. It looks like noodles. Okay, so here we have the remaining thread for sewing it later. This is the beginning of the yarn. I will just cut it so you're not confused. Okay, so that's great. Super good. Very beautiful. Now let's move on here. We'll start working the wings of this Cupid. Okay, so for the wings here we'll start with a slip knot and you will chain 8. This wing is so nice to crochet, it's so pretty. I really hope you enjoyed. Okay, so you skip the first chain and we'll start working on the second chain from the hook. I work on the third loop of the chain, which is this one here behind. And this row is what we are going to work, but let's go slow here. So you can pause the video or open the pattern, the written pattern. So you work here 6 single crochet. So let's work the 6 single crochet here on our foundation chain. Once you reach the end, on the last chain, you will work 5 single crochet inside the last chain, okay? So this is 1, 2, and then you continue working, turning the chain because you will continue working on the other side of the foundation chain. All right. And this is my 5th single crochet. And now you work here 4 single crochet on the other side of the foundation chain, okay? So let's work here 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4. Where is the 4th? No. Okay, and you will leave these 2 stitches here unworked. All right, chain 1, turn, and let's move on for the second row. Here you will work 5 single crochet and you will make 3 increases. Let's go slow here. Okay, we'll work together. So I will work here the 5 single crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Now you work 3 increases. That means that for the next 3 stitches you will work 2 single crochet on each. So this is my first increase. Next stitch I make my second increase. Make sure that you're grabbing the whole stitch. Okay, now it's right. So 1 and 2. And then the third increase here. 1 and 2 on the same stitch. Okay, Now you will work 7 single crochet here all the way until the end. So let's work here together. I will move a little bit faster here. And once you reach the end, once you finish the 7 single crochet, you will chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work, and let's move on for the third row. So here for the third row, you skip the first chain and you work 18 single crochet. So you work all the way around the wings, okay? From this 18 single crochet, 2 is in the chains that you made. You made 3 chains, right? So you skip 1 chain, so you have 2 more, and the rest of the 16 is all the way around the wings. And you will have 2 stitches here left unworked, okay? These are the 2 stitches left unworked. Chain 1 and turn. Great. For the next round, you will work 4 single crochet, and then again you will work 3 increases, and then 11 single crochet. So let's go here once again slow. We are working these wings together. So first here is the 4 single crochet. Okay. Now let's start increasing here. So 2 stitches here, and then on the next 2 stitches here, and then on the next 2 stitches here. So we have here done our 3 increases, okay? And then you work here 11 single crochet. All right, so let's move here a little bit fast. Work here your 11 single crochet. Once you finish the 11th single crochet, you chain 3. One, 2, and 3. Turn your work, and let's move on for our row number 5 and last one. Skip the first chain and work 14 single crochet and then 1 slip stitch. Okay, and then we are done with 1 wing. So this is the first 2 single crochet is in the chains, and now let's continue moving on over here. Work your 14 single crochet. Once you finished, you work the slip stitch, and your wing is your wing is done. Let's cut this yarn. Let's cut the beginning of this also. Leave a small tail for sewing. I will send this thread here to the back, so it's easier for us to sew it later. And just like this one, you should make another one. All right, I have it my one over here. Ta-da! Okay, make 2 of this and let's move on. Now we will prepare the heart that is on his chest, that we sew on his chest. So once again, you will start with a magic ring. And this heart is very simple and easy, it's just 1 round, okay? So once again, we'll go slow here. We will work together this heart. So you'll chain 3 to start. 1, 2, and 3. And then you will work 3 treble crochet here, okay? So this is my first. I'm going very slow with the treble because if you don't know how to make it, you can just take a look here. All the repetitions is very simple. It's like a double crochet but with 1 more loop. Okay, so this is the second one. And the third one. So yarn over 2 times, 1 and 2. Inside the magic ring, pull up a loop. Yarn over inside 2 loops. Yarn over inside 2 loops. Yarn over inside the last 2 loops. So we have here 3 trebles, okay? Now you will work 3 double crochet, okay? So let's work here double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over inside 2 loops, yarn over inside the last 2 loops of on your needle. So this now is my second double crochet and third. All right, now one side of the heart is done. We will do now the pointed part. So you chain 1 and you work 1 treble here. So yarn over twice, pull up a loop, yarn over inside 2 loops, yarn over inside the next 2 loops, yarn over inside the last 2 loops. Chain 1, and now we'll start mirroring, doing the same thing as we did before, but opposite. So we'll do here 3 double crochet and 3 treble crochet. Okay, so let's start here with the double crochet. So this is 1, this is 2, and 3. Now work 3 trebles. So yarn over twice, pull up a loop, inside the 2 loops of your needle, inside 2 loops on your needle, inside remaining 2 loops. First treble is done, now the second one. And the third and last treble stitch over here. Okay, now you chain 3 again, and you join inside the magic ring with a slip stitch. Now we have this weird shape, but when you pull and close the magic ring, the magic happens. So we have a heart over here. You see how cute? Cute tiny little heart. All right. So now you can cut this yarn. You leave a little bit room here because we will use it for sewing later. Okay. You can send this yarn to the back, to the wrong side of the heart. Inside here the magic ring. And now with this thread, we will just here wave in inside the magic ring and cut, because we don't need this thread. We have the other one for sewing, so we can cut this off. All right, now you have a heart. Look at this. Super easy, right? And it's very pretty. Okay, now let's move on. We'll start here assembling the Cupid. And doing this, you will introduce the hair on its head. And you see here the down part on the back and the front part, it's a bit higher. You can use pins here to fasten the hair where you want it to be. So while you're sewing it, the hair will not be moving around. It will remain where you want it to be. Okay, so you take your tapestry needle, and here is very simple what you're gonna do. You will grab 1 stitch from the head and 1 stitch from the hair. Here we'll do a little bit different. You bring the yarn outside and you put the yarn to the inside of the hair again. So this way the stitch will be standing out a little bit. Okay? So you grab once again, let me show you once more. 1 stitch from the head, and then you bring the yarn outside, inside 1 stitch, and then you bring the thread inside the stitch next to it. And this is how you're going to work for all the stitches around here. Grab one stitch from the head, one stitch from the hair, working with this technique. And when you're done, this is how it should be looking like. And we'll move on here to sew the wings, okay? The wings it's much more simpler. Let me just fasten here with the pins. And you can see here the wings is a little bit high, it's touching its hair, and a little bit down here near its arms. So just for you to see around the position, you can check the exact position in the written pattern in the description below this video. And to sew these wings, it's very simple here, because we'll sew this halfway, so from one side to another here, only in the halfway. And you will grab one stitch. I'm out of frame. Okay, I'm back. One stitch from the body. And here you grab simple one stitch from the wings, okay? Just grab the whole stitch. Different than the hair, you don't need to bring the yarn outside, bring the yarn inside. Here you just sew it normally. One stitch from the body, one stitch from the wings, okay? And that's it. Do it slow, see if your wings is not moving around, if it's in the position that you want, and go checking, because if something is wrong, you just need to erase one stitch or something like this. You don't need to unravel everything. So this is the art of patience, is when you are sewing the toys. All right, look at this. Once you're done, you bring the thread outside in the same stitch and you double secure. I like to show this because then you won't have never a loose end or a loose part of your toy. You can double secure like this and just hide it inside of the body. All right, super good. We are almost done with this beautiful Cupid. Okay, let's move on here for the eyes. If you know me here already, you'll know that I like to embroider the eyes of my toys. But of course, if you want to use the safety eyes or the plastic eyes, the exact position where I'm embroidering the eyes here is in the written pattern. But if you are embroidering the eyes, what I do is I take the embroidery thread and I start making straight lines. So I make a bunch of straight lines over here. You see? I will show you here. For the first eye, how I made, it's very, very simple. So make a lot of straight lines over here. I will move fast forward because it's a process. You know, you go slow, you go making straight lines. Once you achieve the size and the shape that you want, you move for the next one, okay? And once you finish the next one, you just give a simple knot here to make sure that nothing will unravel, okay? Just like you did with the other loose threads that you have when you are sewing. On this way, you don't have any loose ends, all right? So once again, the exact position of the eyes is in the written pattern. You can take a look in the description below this video. It will take you to a free written pattern, and all the instructions is there, right? Now let's just hide this over here. And what you need to do right now is just to sew the heart. This is very simple and easy. You give just 2 stitches, so I will skip it, all right? Great. So you have your Cupid. Your Cupid is done. Look at this, so beautiful. As I showed you in the beginning of this video, I made another one. If you want to make this detail on top of the head, you take a look in the written pattern. It's all there. It's very easy to make. Super easy. All right, you already know the magic ring and the stitches. okay, which is just what you need to do this beautiful detail on its head. I really hope you enjoyed this pattern. Next week we have one more, and I see you then. Have a great week, and I see you. Bye!